I am here, due to our program shift, to introduce what is the Innovation Fair, something that we do every year where we bring entrepreneurs from the African continent that are doing really groundbreaking work to Oxford for a few days of workshopping, of networking, and participating in the conference that we're hosting today. And one of the things that is going to happen today is that we are going to... All right. I hope you can hear me better now. Okay, great. So one of the things that will be happening today is that we will have some social entrepreneurs that will be exhibiting in the forum right outside, and they will be available to tell you about some of their ideas and some of the things that they've been working on, so you can get to know some of the really groundbreaking work that's happening on the continent. And so to introduce a little bit more about this, I'm going to invite a guest of the HLF Foundation, which is our partner in bringing the social entrepreneurs to Oxford. Now, the HLF Foundation has been a partner of the conference, and this is the second year running that we've been able to have this kind of programming. And so to introduce them, I'm going to call up Bernard, who is an esteemed guest at this conference. He has over 28 years of experience working across the world, and especially in Africa, and has a particular passion for building small to medium enterprises on the continent as a real engine for growth. And so I think he's a really appropriate person to introduce our innovators and tell you a little bit more about what they've been working on over the last couple of days.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Let me start by thanking the University of Oxford for allowing us to host the Innovation Fair. I think you're going to see some exciting presentations or pitches by the 10 entrepreneurs or social entrepreneurs that we have selected for this final round. But it would be remiss of me not to start by telling you a little bit more about the HLF Foundation, of which I have the privilege of serving as a trustee. Mrs. Masiwa, who is the co-chair of the HLF Foundation, would have loved to be here today, but her daughter is graduating from a university, not this one in the US today, so she decided to make that her priority, which I'm sure you can appreciate. But I can't really talk about HLF without telling you a bit about the people behind the creation of HLF. The Masiwa family, Strive and Tsitsi Masiwa. About 20 years ago, in the mid-1990s, a young entrepreneur by the name of Strive Masiwa started a small engineering business called Retrofit. That business morphed into a telecommunications business, a mobile network operations called Econet Wireless, initially in Zimbabwe. Strive, being the serial entrepreneur that he is, now is at the helm of a multi-billion-dollar media, telecommunications, and technology business called the Econet Group. The Econet Group, Strive and Tsitsi Masiwa, are amongst Africa's most generous philanthropists. One of the foundations they created, among many others, and one of their philanthropy initiatives, is the HLF Foundation. And the HLF Foundation goes back to the very beginning of their business career, where they, even before they made any money, said, we're going to give back from the very beginning. And they started doing that by providing scholarships through the HLF Foundation. The HLF Foundation has since grown to do a lot of other things. I would not be able to do justice to what the HLF Foundation does today. So we have instead prepared a 4-minute video, which we're going to show you. And the reason I want to show you the video before we talk about innovation is that you will see much of the success of the HLF Foundation and much of its impact has been enabled through innovation and through technology. So if we can cue and roll the video, we'll do that, and then I'll introduce the innovators.
HLF Foundation, investing in the future of Africa's education, is at the heart of what we do. we recently set ourselves a big, hairy, audacious goal of raising 2 million young African leaders by the year 2020, and we are committed to achieve this goal. We harnessed the power of technology and focused our efforts on improving quality of education, providing lifelong development, and providing access to education. Our passion for vulnerable children, combined with our love for technology and our communication channels, got bigger. This triggered the planting of learning hubs in Zimbabwe, Burundi, and Lesotho. These learning hubs are equipped with state-of-the-art computers, tablets, and internet connectivity to serve the digital needs of students and the communities. From the hubs, the students can access our new interactive digital online learning platform called Ruzivo Smart Learning. Thousands of children in disadvantaged communities across Zimbabwe now have access to quality education using internet-enabled devices. Students learn at their own pace, and they do exercises while monitored by parents or educators from all over the world. So far, we have 320,000 young scholars on Ruzivo Smart Learning. Over 50 communities have learning hubs and 150 schools are connected. We've also invested in over 3,000 tablets that we've put in the hands of students. The content is approved by the Ministry of Education, and soon we will have secondary school curriculum on the platform, positioning Ruzivo to impact Africa's next generation. Education starts at a very tender age, so Higher Life Foundation partnered with Simba Education to develop an online learning platform for early childhood development in Southern Africa. Using mobile technology, Simba Education has developed comprehensive lesson plans that foster our young leaders at early childhood development level. Mentorship plays a huge role in the education cycle. So recently, our team set up an online mentorship platform called Young and Dynamic. Since the beginning, we've recorded 60,000 mentorship hours annually, and close to 6,000 students per month have been impacted since 2015. The mentorship app will soon be out, and it will allow students all over Africa to access mentorship on the go. How we managed scholarships also had to change. In 2016, we launched online application portals. This innovation improved our turnaround time in giving out scholarships by removing the physical access barriers for students in remote areas. Now students anywhere can apply for a scholarship using a mobile phone or the nearest learning hub. With scholarships, great education and good mentorship, the youth still need to get jobs. The journey led us to start Muzinda Hub, an entrepreneurship and innovation hub that is creating innovators in the tech space. Muzinda Hub offers digital and coding skills to youths in Zimbabwe and is building up Africa's next techpreneurs. Over 1,000 young developers and programmers have gone through the hub and are actively seeking opportunities in the tech space across Africa. At Higher Life, we're using social media as a real-time communication tool. The different platforms have enabled us to share our commitment to Africa's future through stories from the communities we operate in with the world. Today, we have close to 300,000 followers who are walking with us as we work to raise 2 million young African leaders by 2020.
So you can see how Higher Life evolved from its humble beginnings as providing limited scholarships in Zimbabwe to now not only providing scholarships but facilitating access to education, enhancing the quality of education, and providing lifelong development to its alumni. If we take what Higher Life is doing together with what other organizations such as the African Leadership Academy that Fred told us about last night, we are in the process of creating a significant number of Africa's leaders of the future. And this has been enabled through technology and through innovation. Innovation is not just something that has an impact at a micro level. Innovation, for those of you who are studying strategy and are familiar with the concepts of Michael Porter on competitiveness and the competitive advantage of nations, will know that at the heart of competitiveness is innovation. Innovation drives productivity. Productivity drives competitive advantage. So we need to think more broadly about innovation, not just technological innovation, but innovation in how we think, innovation in the business models we pursue, innovation in the types of partnerships that we put together to unlock Africa's potential. And it's for this reason that the Higher Life Foundation decided to sponsor a £2,000 award to one of 10 social entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs who have innovative ideas that they believe can change Africa. We're going to have, I believe, we'll go straight into it since Dr. Kabaruka is not here yet. We're going to go into the pitches from these 10 entrepreneurs. I had the great pleasure yesterday of sitting through a dry run where each of them had 3 minutes to do their elevator pitch, and I gave them some feedback to help them today. I run a business where we provide strategy advisory services to large corporations, and we use the revenues we generate from that to invest in very small companies. So I'm taking money from the big rich guys and giving it to the budding entrepreneurs. And these guys are prime examples of people who have fantastic ideas, need a little help to get going, and we want you all to be the ones to decide who is going to win the £2,000. So they're going to have 4 minutes to do their pitch. Their innovations are not necessarily tech-driven. Some of them are just different ways of looking at existing things, but innovative in that respect in any case. But I want you to consider 4 criteria, and I'll ask Sophie at some point to explain how you're actually going to vote. Where is Sophie? Someone fetch Sophie, because I'm tech unsavvy and won't be able to explain it myself. But you need to consider 4 criteria. First of all, I'm going to call on you in a couple of minutes to explain how the voting works, okay? But think about 4 criteria when you vote. First of all, the degree of innovation. How innovative do you think this idea actually is? And again, not necessarily a technological innovation, but innovation more broadly defined. Second criteria is the social impact you think their venture will have. We want to support businesses that are not only commercially viable, but have a social impact. Thirdly, how financially sustainable you think the business is going to be. Again, we need to make sure that the social impact is sustainable, and it'll be sustainable if the businesses can generate a return and can be financially self-sustainable over the long term and grow accordingly. And the 4th criteria that we'd like you to think about is, do you think the entrepreneur who's making the pitch and the team that they work with have the wherewithal, the capabilities, the passion, and the confidence to actually implement their businesses and grow their businesses? So are they innovative? Will they have a social impact? Will they survive and thrive financially? And do they have the team to actually make it all happen? Okay. Each innovator, each entrepreneur will have 4 minutes to do their pitch, and you will then be thinking about these 4 criteria and voting on who you think should get that small seed capital of £2,000 provided by the Higher Life Foundation. Sophie, you want to explain us how it's going to work?
Hi, Good morning, everyone. So I'm Sophie. I've been running around, so you've already seen me. So I'm going to be kind of spearheading the way the Innovation Fair is going to, and the innovators are going to come up and pitch. So as Mr. Chitzero already explained, the innovators are going to come one by one, and they're going to pitch. And after that, I'm going to ask you all to pull out your phones, and whether you're on data or Wi-Fi, to go to the website that's at the bottom of your program. You see it says go.voxvote.com. And I will be starting a voting poll. So we'll do a couple rounds that basically will show you how it works. And then the last question will be all the innovators. And you have until 3 p.m. to talk with them, to get to know them, and then vote by 3 p.m. At 3 p.m., we close the vote. And then there'll be a closing ceremony that will reveal the winner.
Thank you. So, technology-enabled voting, not like the old days where we used cards or we raised our hands. This is great. So without further ado, let me call on the innovators to do their pitches. I first want to say, though, that yesterday when I discovered the names of the companies, it was incredibly innovative in its own right. To give you some examples. Craft and Theory Flying Labs that use drones for climate change. Craft and Theory Flying Labs. What a creative name. My favorite is, it's a startup. It helps facilitate startups in Africa, and the company is called Do It Now Now. The other thing that struck me was none of the 10 companies have the names of the founders in the company. So, you know, they don't call themselves John Smith Incorporated. They actually don't mention their names, which for me is a sign of humility. And I think humility is in itself an attribute of successful entrepreneurship. You're not doing it out there because of your ego. You're doing it because you can make money and do good at the same time. So we're going to start with, I think we have one of the candidates who couldn't make it here, whose visa was denied from Zimbabwe, who's going to pitch by Skype. I think we might want to start there if we're ready, and if he's connected. Or we can do him last so you can line him up. There's an order. Okay. Great. Do it now. Bio? Good luck.
Oh, thanks. How do I control this thing? My slides. Does that work? Yeah. Oh. Yes, it did. No, you didn't. Okay, it's all right. I can go. It's fine. All right. So no slides. Wonderful. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad I'm here. I'm really excited that I get to share my work with you. I'm representing a wonderful team of people who unfortunately couldn't make it today, but I'm glad that I get to be here and I get to speak to people like yourselves in the foyer. So there's a whole bunch of stuff out there, so do take some free stuff. So a couple of things you need to know about me before I get into the detail of what we do. I am incredibly passionate about the development of Africa. I feel like social entrepreneurship is the key that we've been looking for to unlock the potential of African development. I am an international development researcher and a culture scholar, and I'm also a techie. So when you bring all of those things together, you are faced with someone who has the wherewithal and audacity to create a crowdfunding platform that focuses on social entrepreneurs that are looking to create incredible impact on the continent. So that's what we do. That is what Do It Now essentially does. Now, the second thing that we're going to talk about today concerning Do It Now is our model. So like I say, it is a crowdfunding platform, but it's not like any other crowdfunding platform you would have seen. The innovation is that we provide a 14-week research-based program that focuses on helping the entrepreneurs get from where they were to where they are in the campaign and where they will be in a year after the campaign. It's an entire crowdfunding and incubation process in one that is supported by impact investors, management consultants, and other entrepreneurs that do care about the development of the campaigns that we're working on. So the case study that I'm going to present today is Mbeng Adio Mushroom Farm. Now, Bridget, who is a client of ours, has now become a good friend of mine, and she is an incredible woman who thinks the economic empowerment of females on the continent is a key aspect to the development of families and children and the lives of children. So what she's doing is she's taken a plot of land and divided it up into sections that will help 1,500 women in Cameroon create their own mini mushroom farms. So she is running a campaign with us, a 14-week research-based campaign to reach out to her network, our network, and people like yourselves, so that she can raise £32,000 to help those 1,500 women feed themselves, feed their children, and raise a little bit of money to do anything else they want to do. Because mushroom farming apparently only takes 2 hours a day. So who knew? So the wonderful thing about that is that our model is that we take a 3 to 10% commission on the amount of money raised. And like that finances the program that we run. Now, I was going to show you a picture of one of the things that we do, which is a London-based incubator. So we run really frequent events that help us understand what it is that entrepreneurs really need from us. And that includes branding, marketing, and all of that. Now, when it comes to that, because I said earlier, I'm a culture scholar. So I understand that to enter any market, you need to fully understand the culture that you're playing to. You need to be able to communicate to your own audience. And we have an incredible network of over 1,000 entrepreneurs in the UK who are passionate about Africa. And we now need to do that in Ghana because we have two incubators. I don't know what that means. Does that mean I just have to stop or? Oh, 30 seconds. Thank you. That's fine. We have two incubators in Ghana who've reached out to us and invited us to run what we do in the UK over there. Now, I don't like doing anything half-baked. I want to make sure that we understand the Ghana market as best as we can. So we need the £2,000 to go over to Ghana and run the workshops that we run in as many different locations as possible to really understand what they do and how they do it and what they care about, so we can create a program that matters to them.
Well done, Bio. Without your slides backing you up. Very good. Do the Skype now, at the end. Okay, so the next one is the tea business. Deja, are you ready? Come on down. Good luck.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Deja Foster, and I am part of the Affiati marketing team. My friend Vanessa has a mom who works very hard to take care of her 4 children. However, after being diagnosed with diabetes, Vanessa's mom was impacted so much that she had to stop working. Unlike Vanessa's mom, someone every 8 seconds loses a life due to diabetes. As diabetic treatment can be up to 3 times the average Cameroonian salary, an inexpensive, effective, and horrible innovation to this global problem was necessary. This solution is Affiati, an organic herbal tea made in Cameroon to help manage healthy blood sugar levels for tea lovers globally, especially diabetics. So far, along with Vanessa's mom, Affiati has impacted over 100,000 people through its sales and marketing. In October 2016, we partnered with a research institute and got clinical results in 220 diabetic rats, showing a 58% drop in fast blood sugar levels, thus bringing patients well below the diabetes cutoff line. In 2017, From a revenue of about £7,000, we expect this to double to more than £19,000 due to an increase in our sales and marketing. Additionally, with the £2,000, we will automate our tea-making process with machines and improve our packaging and expect to see a rapid growth in revenue, almost triple our original. Compared to our competitors such as CTE and Twinings, who sell at an average of £5 per satchel, Affiati has a competitive advantage by selling at £3, pioneering as the first diabetic tea in Cameroon and implementing personalized customer service. Additionally, Affiati has a social corporate responsibility through its Farmers Development Program, where we empower so far over 40 local farmers and ensure the sustainability of our raw material. Additionally, our team is very diverse and comprised of over 10 members who stem from experience in over 10 years in the technology sector to others with over 30 years of experience in agriculture. We all work on future incentives, and we plan to market through our social media, our websites, our Facebook and YouTube ads, and we plan to increase our marketing also through tea shops such as Starbucks. And we all know someone out there who is suffering from diabetes. And we have a vision to create a healthier world, and we believe together we can achieve this. Thank you.
Thank you. So just a reminder, degree of innovation, social impact, commercial viability, quality of the team to execute. Think about those when you vote. Let's move on now to another funky name, the Medical Concierge Group. And we'll ask John to give us his 4-minute pitch.
Thank you, everyone. So my name is John Mark Bwanika. I'm a medical doctor from Uganda, and I'm here to tell you about how we are harnessing the power of mobile and internet use, as well as social media uptake to improve access to healthcare in Uganda and indeed other countries in Africa. As a bit of a background, I'll just give you a background of Uganda, is that we have a population of 34 million people, and majority of the people are young people below 35 years. We have a high fertility rate, and people lack basic information like, family planning, where to access what services, and yet they are using these platforms to get all the other information that they need. The doctor-to-patient ratio is 1 to 25,000, even worse for some specialties like, neurology or psychiatry. So some people might actually go through their lifetimes without ever interfacing with a medical professional. And the opportunity is very clear to a lot of people, is that the use of mobile has grown very much, especially in the last decade. In Uganda, we have over 22 million people who have access to mobile. As the mobile phones are getting cheaper, the use of mobile money and interactions has made it ubiquitous, and so a lot of people are very much aware how to operate things like USSD platforms and things like that. There's the growing use of internet with the teledensity now reaching 70. And because we're a young population, people are growing up in a techie-savvy environment, and this is the new marketplace for conversations where everything is taking place. And for us in the healthcare system to think that we shall still do things the old-fashioned way was a bit naive. And that's, for us, that was the real reason for why we needed an informative, easily accessible, private way of giving people access to medical professionals. And this is how we started by setting up a 24/7 medical call center with doctors and pharmacists. So just like any telecom, a call center, and people can access us through 8 different platforms, so voice call, SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, to ask any questions. And these are questions about, what does a blood pressure of 120/80 mean? Where can I find the family planning services that I need? I need to do an X-ray. Where can I get this information? And this is in real time. And this is because we don't have a 911. We don't have like the NIH hotline like other countries do. So we needed to leverage what is existing to be able to break barriers to access. And over the last 3 years, we've gone to now having 50,000 users across the different platforms every month. A lot of people are using the messaging platforms. More men are using the services, which is complementing the current healthcare system where a lot of women seek services. And of course, because of the privacy, you're having commercial sex workers, men who have sex with men being able to access health information. And so because of this, we've been able to show a way to engage and support public health programs like for immunization, to be able to get community feedback, for community information dissemination. And now development partners in the healthcare system are paying for this service, and that's how we manage to be able to get revenue, to be able to support the free service to the general public. And so the way this works is that because of what we do, we are able to give public health programs a way to generate information through community feedback, and these analytics is what helps them to inform their programs so that they are better prepared for the next rollout of the various programs that they work on. And of course, mobile is growing. A lot more people are getting access. So it's a marketplace that is very ripe as more people have access to phones, and not just in Uganda, but Kenya, Nigeria, and other countries. And I'm a doctor. My background is in HIV clinical research. My partner's MBA, and then we have a combined experience of about 25 years in the healthcare system and mobile health. And we registered in Uganda, Kenya, Nigeria, and also looking to go to other countries because the challenges are the same and the opportunities is quite similar across the programs. Thank you.
Thank you, John. In exactly 4 minutes. Well done. Relief. Relief? Relief?
Relief. This should be the PDF file. Not that one, the other one. Hi, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Udetong. I'm a Princeton University student. My family's from Nigeria. And I'll be presenting to you Relief, which is a database of private African businesses making investing easier on the continent for foreign investors. Sorry about that. Now, it's no secret that Africa has become an extremely alluring destination for foreign investment in recent years. But despite the interest that investors have, we still see that 85% of African SMEs remain underfinanced, a $150 billion gap, according to the IFC. So why does this problem exist? Investing in Africa is hard. It takes investors too much time and too much money to find the right opportunities to invest in. Typically, investors can spend as little as 5 minutes to decide whether to move forward with a deal or not. But in Africa, investors generally have a little amount of network on the continent and are forced to source their deals through financial services firms. This process often takes up between 2 to 4 weeks and can cost up to $10,000 just for a cumbersome report of maybe a few opportunities that the investor might not even end up investing into. Clearly, investors need a faster and a cheaper way to find the right opportunities to invest in on the continent. Relief has created that tool. Again, Relief is a database of African businesses presenting data on companies that investors would not be able to find otherwise. Our core function is a search feature that allows investors to search for businesses based on sector, based on the size, based on the amount of revenue they're producing, and various other metrics. Currently, we're focusing on agribusinesses in Nigeria, so you see the sectors listed there. On the bottom left, they're actually only agricultural sectors, but we definitely plan on expanding to other countries and other sectors in the future. So after listing which criteria you're looking for, you get a list of businesses that match those criteria, and then if you click into one of those profiles, you can see details on their financials, the management team, also the outlook of the market that they're operating in, and then we even do a quantitative assessment on things such as the credibility of the business, what their branding is like, and their growth margins. All of these features serve to decrease the amount of time investors are spending searching for businesses and increase the amount of time they're spending actually understanding businesses that they're already interested in. Now, to make money, we charge investors a monthly or an annual subscription fee. There are already similar platforms that exist in the US that charge over $25,000 per year for this kind of access to the data. But there hasn't been a business that's been able to do this right in Africa. So we're hoping to really do it right, as a lot of the US companies have done. Our team, I actually worked at Pinterest last summer as a software engineer, and will be deferring an offer from McKinsey to work on Really full time. I'm joined by co-founders that are deferring offers from Facebook, Bain & Company, and Microsoft, respectively, to join me this summer on building Really full time. Considering that our entire core team has been working part-time as students, this summer, all of us working full-time, we expect to see huge growth, and we expect to work at a very fast speed to build a very valuable product for both investors and the businesses. With that being said, I hope you guys will join me on our mission to make investing in Africa easier for foreign investors. Thank you.
I'll give you this later.
So if you're like me, you can see how increasingly difficult it is to actually make a choice, and we're only halfway through.
To finish the innovation fair by 10:30.
Okay, moving on, ATBN. Can I ask Eunice to come and do her elevator pitch? Oh, sorry, there you are. Sorry.
I know I'm short, but I've never been missed. Good morning, everyone. My name is Eunice Bagumabo, and I'm the founder of an organization called the Africa Technology Business Network. We do a number of initiatives supporting technology innovation in Africa, but today I'm here to present our program called Her Future Africa. So Her Future Africa is a program that supports young African female entrepreneurs to launch high-impact businesses using technology. But I'd like to start today by introducing you to Ivy. Ivy is a young woman in Ghana. She's 25 years old. She loves technology. She taught herself how to code using free online resources, and she's passionate about teaching other young women how to code and getting them into technology. But a few months ago, Ivy had an 80% chance of becoming part of a very worrying statistic. According to the International Labour Organization, 71 million young people in Africa are unemployed. Half of these are young women. Some of them, like Ivy, are super smart, passionate, and even have a university degree. ILO estimates that by 2050, the African youth population will reach 830 million. Now, we all know that's basically a ticking time bomb, one that threatens the political and economic stability of African countries, and one that will not only affect Africa, but will have a global impact, as we can see with the current immigration crisis. So what are we trying to do about it? We've created a highly effective, highly scalable program that identifies high potential individuals, young women like Ivy, and gives them the right tools, networks, and support to help them launch their high impact businesses that can drive job creation and particularly help to improve the lives of women and girls. We focus on technology because technology has been proven to be a key driver for job creation. According to Tech City UK, 27% of job growth in London comes from technology. So this is what we're trying to support happen in Africa. We focus on women. The World Bank says that women invest 90% of their income back into their families, and that investing in women produces a ×10 return on investment for their communities. So if there's any impact investors in the room, when you invest in women, you're already starting from a ×10 return on your investment in terms of impacting our communities. So what is our innovation? We've created a really highly scalable program that works through partnerships. So we work with local partners, we teach them our program, and we're therefore trying to scale very quickly. We've run one program in Ghana. We sourced 479 applications from 21 countries and selected 32 high potential women, and we connected them to mentors from 10 different countries. We want to replicate this model and already speaking to partners in Cameroon and Kenya and Uganda to potentially run this program. So let's go back to Ivy for a bit. In a few months after completing our program, Ivy has won 2 startup competitions, pitched her startup in Rwanda and in Berlin in front of Angela Merkel, as you can see there in that photo. She's raised 15,000 euros for her startup and is on track to create 20 jobs because she's training 20 women to code and has already put partnerships in place to connect them to internships and jobs. So by giving us the £2,000, we can support 5 Ivies and help them to potentially create 50 jobs. Our goal is to train 1,000 women, young women, and help them create 10,000 jobs over the next 5 years. And you can help us on that journey. Thank you.
Very good. Emmanuel, talk to us about chemicals.
Yeah, I need help. It's not. Oh, there you go. Morning, everybody. My name is Manuel Hango. I'm from Namibia. I'm a civil engineer by profession. But over the years, I've developed a passion in entrepreneurship, and I founded a company called Profile Namibia Chemicals. And we produce chlorine using 100% solar energy. And why did I found this company? In 2014 in Namibia, there was an outbreak of cholera, and which is also prevalent in many African countries, and mostly it's women and children that are affected by these outbreaks. That picture was in a hospital in rural areas in Namibia where women and children in hospital affected by cholera simply because they drank dirty, contaminated water. So I came up with a solution to produce chlorine from salt by electrolyzing salt using solar energy. And if you can just believe, just a spoonful of diluted chlorine can prepare up to 20 liters of dirty contaminated water. In the market currently in Namibia, we don't produce these chemicals. What we do, we ship out all the salt. Some of it maybe come to England, produce chlorine, they prepare water, and then maybe the rest go back to Namibia, which is maybe doesn't really reach the rural people. So all the chlorine are imported, and there's a big market value of about half a million pounds. So our vision is to touch 2 million lives every day. So everybody who will be drinking water in Namibia will be using our chemicals, so 200 million daily. And we're also planning to expand into neighboring countries because they also import all these products. So healthcare will be improved in Namibia and Africa at large. We'll be using clean energy, 100% solar energy. We have all the sun in Namibia. And of course, job creation by mineral beneficiation in Namibia. It will be a mini chlorine plant in a 20-foot container. We still need a few funds to, say, develop a website and promotional video just for marketing and business development up to maybe project finance point so that we can launch the product. And we're planning to produce 100 liters of chlorine per day. And the team, myself, as I said, I'm a civil engineer by profession, but I also did MBA in entrepreneurship through Steinbase University, Berlin. And also we have Peli Vavaring. She also have a master in finance from London Business School of Finance. And we already did the financial projection. We have over 15% internal rate of return. And we're also trying to diversify later and maybe produce tablets that we can distribute into rural areas who are not having, who are not connected into water reticulations, and also to expand our business into SADC countries. Yeah. So, but ladies and gentlemen, I also went on internet today. As we speak, there's a cholera outbreak in Kenya, and 5 people have already died. And I just want to remind you, while you are sipping on your water, coffee, just please remember that somebody is drinking dirty water and might be the last sip. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next one is Shuttlers, which is about shuttles. Thank you, Busola.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Busola Majakodume, and I'm here to share with you the story of Shuttlers, Nigeria. Can you imagine spending 4 hours to commute from point A to point B for a journey of less than 20 minutes? I can see the reaction in the house. This is the plight of professionals in Lagos, Nigeria, and other metropolitan cities in Africa. They either have to drive themselves and spend such long hours, productive time in traffic, or join rickety buses for those that don't have their own cars, or stand on long queues waiting for the public transportation provided by the government. In 2015, 3 young ladies who were professionals came together and decided that we had to take up this challenge and find a solution to this problem. We founded a platform called Shuttlers. Shuttlers enables professionals and communities access convenient, affordable, efficient transportation by using a pool of buses. Through our platform, they are able to book, pay, and track for their buses that are air-conditioned as against the hot rickety ones that are available or having to drive themselves in their own air-conditioned cars. And since we launched, like you can see in the picture, they get to just meet with other professionals like themselves, make productive use of their work time, whether it's to work on their laptops or sleep or listen to music. And once in a while, we host bus parties. So that's the last picture, where we just chill out and relieve the stress of commuting. We relaunched in October 2016, and in the past 8 months, we have generated ticket sales of about £3,000. We have signed up our first company, Andela, so we are their sole provider of transport service. We have also shuttled about 1,500 users, and we have partnered with She Leads Africa and Google to provide shuttle services for their events. So it's not just for work. Our shuttles are for events, charter services, and for airport transfers. And we are on 2 routes in Lagos at the moment, Aja to VI and Yaba to Ilupeju. We've also conducted 400 trips. With the feedback that we've gotten from our customers and what we aim to achieve is to actually relieve their stress of commuting and make better use of the time, save on fueling costs because we're an affordable service, and actually help them meet other professionals that would also help their endeavors. By giving us the £2,000 today, we'll be able to move from our current manual process, which has hindered us from expanding, which involves registering on the website, paying online via bank transfers, and then tracking the buses via WhatsApp, to our mobile application that enables you to perform all of this in a seamless process. We'll be able to expand from our current 80 daily users to about 500 in 6 months and increase our ticket sales to 1,500 per month, and also expanding to new routes because we have lots of companies and individuals in the pipeline and say, oh, when are you coming to Berga, to like very far places? But with the mobile app, we'll be able to take on more people and also sign up more bus partners that are able to deliver the service. Thank you very much for joining me, even as we redefine commuting experience for professionals like yourself in Africa.
Thank you. African-born 3D printers, AB3D. Roy, you're on.
Thank you. No. This is my slide. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Roy Ombati from Nairobi, Kenya. I have a background in mechanical engineering, and currently I am the founder of AB3D, which stands for African-born 3D printing. African-born 3D printing is a local hardware startup based out of Nairobi, Kenya, and we deal in the local production of quality and affordable 3D printers. The idea is we believe in the power that this technology has in changing lives. We do so by building the 3D printers out of recycled electronic waste and other locally available materials. We feel this technology could play a role in different aspects or different fields and therefore change lives. We are most passionate about education and health, and I shall quickly take you through my only slide, which is this. I'll have to drop the mic, so I'll project my voice. It's going to be a very quick math lesson. The idea is we're trying to make learning more practical for the students in the classroom. How many of us remember the Pythagoras theorem? How many can state the Pythagoras theorem? We all know it, yeah, but we're shy. Come on, anyway. I'm running out of time. So the idea is that this model, which we 3D printed, is supposed to prove the concept. For a child, the learning experience stops becoming something theoretical, something you only see on a page, and becomes real for them, both for the children and for the teacher. So, if this is a right angle triangle, and this side is A, and this is a square, what's the area of this square? Thank you. If this side is B, and this is a square, what's the area of this square? If this side is C and this is a square, C square. So if the theory is true, and if these red pieces map identical onto the black surfaces, then say the magic word, then. I don't know. So that's the idea, to try and create such content so that the students can have a different learning experience. Through this, we believe we can tap into their creativity and prepare them for the jobs of tomorrow. This is just some applications we have in health. I mean, in education, we have other applications in health. We're doing prosthetics. I have a stand outside. Please feel free to interact with me at some point. I can share more of what we do. So we have a variety of products ranging from digital microscopes prosthetics, educational models, and even sleeves for your iPhone cables that often break. So we try to look at what people need, be it high-end and important products to simple things that help them in a daily life. My team is built out of 4 people. 2 of us are engineers, one's a designer, and one is a marketing specialist. So the idea is trying to bring everything together to help us achieve our goals. So far, we have built over 60 printers. A quarter of them have gone to educational institutions. And we project that the educational market right now has at least 25,000 public schools, which is the market we're trying to get. So the money will help us work towards that. I look forward to answering any of your questions aside. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Roy. We have one more, if I'm not mistaken. This is the one we'll do by Skype with Clayton from Zimbabwe. Hello, Clayton. How are you? Oh, we can see you, but we can't hear you yet. No, we still can't hear you. Hold on a second. Is your mic on? Can you plug out your earphones and see if that makes a difference? No, your plug? Earphone. Ah, there you go.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you. I take it you can hear the applause. Yeah. It doesn't mean you've won. You still have to pitch. Okay, Clayton, we're sorry you couldn't be here with us today, but we'll give you this opportunity to do your 4-minute pitch starting now.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. How are you? I would have loved, obviously, to be there with you, create great networks with you, but I hope you like my presentation. So allow me to just project my screen so that you can see my slide as I present. Just confirm if you can see my desktop. So I start. 2.5 billion people in developing countries make a living from agriculture, according to FAO. In Zimbabwe, where 66% of the population are smallholder farmers, 3 million of them rely on agriculture to subsidize their crops and generate income. Yet, most of them live below the poverty line. A needs assessment we carried out in 3 provinces revealed that farmers off-grid lose up to 20% of their produce due to poor storage and refrigeration facilities, 15% due to poor handling, and 20% due to market volatilities. We analyzed the value chain, spent time with farmers. Using the key informant approach, we got to see new perspectives in their livelihood assets. We piloted our project in Mutoko, working with Mshandrapang, a cooperative of 50 horticulture farmers who were losing a combined 6.4 tons of tomatoes per month due to poor storage facilities. Utilizing the abundant natural resource, sunlight, we designed and iterated on different prototypes together with horticulture expert from University of Zimbabwe, Ms. Maria Gos. We finally came up with a groundbreaking project. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the first time in Zimbabwe, the evaporative cooler, in short, the e-cooler. This is a lightweight portable canvas box coming in size of 1.5 and 3 cubic meters. It is solar powered with a 12-volt battery for storage at night. It uses basic concepts such as evapotranspiration and humidification to create a microclimate within the canvas box that is conducive and lowers the temperatures within the e-cooler to 12 to 14 degrees Celsius. It extends the shelf life of tomatoes, of fruit and vegetables from 3 days to 8 days. Each e-cooler costs about $80. So we created, for it to be more affordable, we came up with a lease to buy model where a combined package of the e-cooler and the crates which are placed in the e-cooler to put the vegetables and tomatoes, we lease it out to the farmers at $7 per farmer per month. After 6 months, the farmers would have paid up the initial outlay and will be eligible to access more crates and more e-coolers. That is after 6 months.
You've got 30 seconds, Clayton.
So utilizing our partnerships with Agritechs, we've replicated this in Mashonaland West, Manicaland, and Mashonaland Central. Combined intervention of our project is truly beyond phenomenal, addressing directly 2 and indirectly 4 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Over 250 farmers can now access affordable storage facilities, expanding the shelf life of their crops, of their fruit and vegetables to $8, and extending the period at which their produce would be readily or sellable at the market. Economically, the expenses have been cut.
You need to wrap up. You need to wrap up, Clayton. Your 4 minutes are up.
Okay, that's fine. Our more focus on the tomato is based on the fact that a tomato to a Zimbabwean household means the source of life. It means school fees for the children, medical bills. It means source of life for a Zimbabwean household. Ladies and gentlemen, our intervention has actually saved up to 20 tons of fresh produce, which could have been lost to pollute the environment. And as such, the environment is kept cleaner. Our dream or our vision is to impact 3 million smallholder farmers by 2020.
Thank you, Clayton. We're going to have to cut you off. You're having an unfair competitive advantage. But thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Clayton, stay on. Clayton, stay on. Okay, first of all, Okay, so first of all, can we just all agree that there is an incredible amount of potential in the room? So let's give all of them a hand of applause.